Hey, the pastors are here. The Circle of Hope pastors, Ben, Joshua, Julie, Rachel. We come together every week or so to answer questions that people ask us. And come to think of it, someone has the exact wording of this question that was posed. Someone utter it, please.
What does cultivating plants teach you about God?
What does cultivating plants teach you about God? I don't remember the question because I really don't cultivate plants. So I want to learn something from y'all about this. Rachel, tell me something.
Well, I was just talking to somebody yesterday about how relationships are like plants, and they take patience and nurturing and little touches of care. You have to kind of be gentle and pay attention, and especially covenant relationships, they need that kind of care over time. And taking care of plants in real life, like here in my office, lots of plants.
Nice.
Half of them are from Julie, gifts from my pastor friend Julie here. But it teaches me to go slow and to provide care and not to expect instant results, but to be patient in relationships.
That's
Cool.
I love planting because of that, Rach, that I'm always surprised at what's happening. I don't control it. I just kind of tend it, and I watch the process and I participate. I have a tree in my backyard that fell this winter in a huge snowstorm, and I thought it was done. And this spring it started blooming. So I cut some branches off and I'm rooting them in some water, and I'm going to try to plant a new little tree.
Wow.
Wait, you cut the branches off and you're rooting it?
Yeah, it's a corkscrew willow tree. It's pretty hardy. It's kind of like a weed. It's hard to kill it. So I should be able to get another tree out
Wow,
of it.
you plant that's amazing, the things you're doing. I feel like science fiction's happening right now.
It is amazing because those branches looked dead to me.
Yeah, they do. But you can actually see the green start from the bottom and stretch right up through the branch, and then they start sending out new shoots.
That's amazing.
That's crazy. I'm not much of a cultivator of plants either. I have many dead house plants that I'd like my office to have plants like Rachel's office because it looks so nice, but people give me them and I don't pay enough attention to them. I hope that I pay better attention to my covenant relationships. But I planted some grass seed last fall, and I got to experience this not instant result, but I'm still amazed that the grass is coming up this spring and it looks so good. I did the thing and I made it green. I'm just shocked. I think that teaches me about God, is that like no matter how much experience you have like in the patient way of Jesus, like it's still amazing when it like the miracle actually happens.
Yeah.
I like growing food primarily, and flowers and other pollinators are part of that. But
Wait, what's a pollinator?
Pollinator is like a flower, something that attracts bees and things like that, which are going to touch multiple plants, and because they're going around and touching it is what some kind of scientific thing happens, and it makes it get to its next stage of development. See, if there's no bees, there's no food. So understanding those ecosystems, participating in the ecosystem, to me it's like I don't know. Some days it feels like a metaphor. Other days it feels like this is the kingdom of God is this ecosystem.
Yeah, I like that, where it's this is not, we're not just like having good metaphors for our Sunday messages. Like, no, this is actually like real life happening. Like, and I think that's what Jesus is doing when he's talking about them too. It's not just like, oh, this is what people talk about. This is what people understand. I'm going to use a crafty metaphor. I think that there is something deeper to it, that participating in it like that is the real thing at some degree.
Yeah, I think that's exactly right. The agrarian culture in Jesus' time made all the parables about planting have some real interest, engagement with the people listening. I'm listening to y'all now. This is all foreign to me in some ways. You know, I can ship and odd some basil or Julian carrots. That's about my touch with plants. Nothing's really growing in the Rashid household besides succulents. But I can haul mulch if you want. I can play my part in the community garden. I can do something. So even if you aren't Julie Hogue, and by the way, you're not going to be as good as Julie. So like, if that's your aspiration,
Just quit now.
Yeah, stop. Okay, it's over. But you can help me move some mulch around, or till or turn the compost. There are things that we can do to help the cause, and you might find yourself in that, and find your faith participating in the community in a way that isn't certainly not as glamorous as Julie.
Mm.
Could look at hashtag garden theology if you want to see some musings about how these little perennials and other things that grow in my little garden, how it leads me to consider the God working in the world.
Awesome. Is that your hashtag, Joshua? Are you the only one that's using it, or is other people?
It's too basic. I don't know. There's a couple other people, I think, but
okay.
I like it.
Hashtag garden theology.
Hashtag garden theology. And I think we've written some more things about plants and how they relate to Jesus that Luke may want to share here. Ooh, who's Luke, you're wondering? He's the one that produced. Luke is like our producer. He produces these podcasts. And maybe one day he'll chime in during a video to correct us on something wrong that we said. That'd be fun. Anyway, if you like this, share it around, give it to your grandma who might plant some things and relate to God. If you have more questions, we'll be glad to answer them. Until next time, see you.